In this episode, you'll discover why your dreams haven't materialized yet and the surprising shifts that can help you finally achieve what you want in 2026. Welcome to the Midlife Reinvention Podcast, a podcast helping women in career and life transitions achieve clarity on their next steps so they can transform uncertainty into an energizing next chapter. I'm your host, Kavita Ahuja, and the founder of It's My Time Now Coaching. If you're wondering what's next in your career or life, you are in the right place. Through solo and guest episodes, you'll gain practical tips, tools, and inspiration to help you uncover blocks, gain confidence, and be, do, and have what you want. I rediscovered myself after the age of 50, and I know you can too. It's my time now to help you do just that. I'm so excited you're here. Let's dive in. Hello, my friend, and welcome back to another episode of the Midlife Reinvention Podcast. I'm your host, Kavita Ahuja, and I'm truly happy you're here with me today. I want to talk to you about something that comes up almost every single day in my coaching practice. Women ask me, Kavita, why can't I seem to achieve the things I really want? And why does everything feel off? If that's you, you are not alone. Whether it's clarity on your next career step, more meaning in your life, a healthier body or healthier relationships, or a deeper sense of fulfillment, that internal tug we feel is real. Something that has always stayed with me from Abraham Hicks is this: you will never get it done, and you will never get it right. The first time I heard that years ago, it really kind of annoyed me. What does that mean? I'll never get it done. I'm a checklist person. Or what do you mean I'll never get it right? I'm a recovering perfectionist. But as I started to understand it, I completely changed how I approached my dreams. And today I want to help you understand this in a way that's practical, grounded, and deeply empowering, especially if you're navigating a career transition, a life transition, or stepping into a new chapter in 2026. Many women I start working with used to live in the land of, I'll be happy when, such as, I'll be happy when I get the promotion, or I'll feel confident when I lose the weight, or I'll feel whole when I'm in the right relationship, or I'll finally exhale when I know my purpose. We've all been conditioned to believe the outcome will give us the feeling that we want. But here's the truth, and it's a bit of a twist. You can't create the outcome you want from the emotional energy you're currently in. So let me explain that a bit more. We often think that our circumstances create our emotions, but it's actually the other way around. Your thoughts create your emotions. Your emotions generate your energy. Your energy drives your actions, and your actions create your outcomes. Let me repeat this because it's so important. Your thoughts create your emotions generate your energy drives your actions, and your actions create your outcomes. So if your dominant thoughts are, it's too late, or I'm behind, I'm not enough, or this is impossible for me, then your emotions follow: fear, anxiety, resentment, and doubt. And that emotional state produces catabolic energy, which is that heavy and contracting, draining energy that pulls you downwards. And then from that place, every action feels forced. Every step feels very hard, and every idea feels flat, and every possibility seems impossible. And so, no wonder your dreams feel far away. And it's really the core reason why so many women feel stuck. So let's take this a little bit deeper. In my coaching, and I've shared this with you often here, we talk about two broad types of energy. There's catabolic energy and anabolic energy. Catabolic energy is the energy of survival. It comes when we feel overwhelmed or fearful or doubtful or resentful. And it sounds like, I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. What's wrong with me? It feels very heavy and closed and tense. And when we have this type of energy, it limits creativity and it blocks that intuition. And it also creates kind of a tunnel vision. And as a result, it attracts more situations that match that emotional state. But let's talk about the opposite, which is the anabolic energy. And this is the energy of possibility. And it shows up when we feel hopeful and aligned or curious and open or confident. Instead, it sounds like, what if this could work? Or I'm willing to try. I'm open to something new. And I don't need to know the whole path yet. Just take the next step. This type of anabolic energy expands you and it gives you ideas. It sparks clarity and it draws opportunities to you and it connects you to your intuition. And this, my friend, is the energy that creates dreams. So the real question is not, how do I achieve my dream? The real question is, what energy am I creating my dream from? Again, it's not how do I achieve my dream? It's what energy am I creating my dream from? Because if it's catabolic, your dream will always feel far away. But if it's anabolic, you become magnetic to the very things you want. And that is where your real power comes from. Perhaps I can give this some flavor by giving my own life experience to this example. When I left my 25-year pharmaceutical career, which was really the only career I knew, to become a coach and a podcaster, I was terrified. I had every catabolic thought possible. The thoughts of, what if I fail? What will people think? Who am I to do this? I'm not qualified enough to do this. All kept on going on in my head. And because those were my thoughts, my emotions followed, which were of fear and doubt and panic. I spent months in the energy of contraction. And then one day I asked myself, Kavita, what do you really want? I realized it wasn't the accolades or the instant success. I had to ask myself what my true desire was underneath it all. And then the answer became quite simple. I wanted to help women rediscover who they are and create their next chapter. I wanted my work to mean something. I wanted purpose. And this is the heart of Ikigai, or your reason for being. And when I reconnected to that, not the outcomes, not the number of clients, not the number of podcast downloads, something fundamentally shifted in me. My energy changed, my actions changed, and the results changed. And here's why. It's because I detached myself from the outcome. I still had the dream, mind you. Don't think I didn't have the dream, but I stopped chasing it. I stopped gripping to it and I stopped measuring myself against it. Instead, I started enjoying the process, the conversations and the clients and the interviews and the learning. And when I detached myself from the outcome, interesting thing happened. Clients started finding me. Collaborations showed up. Opportunities opened. My visibility grew and I grew. Because I wasn't broadcasting the low vibration energy of, I need this to happen. I was broadcasting the high vibration energy of, I'm aligned and I'm open to receive. And that's when your dreams meet you halfway. So, how do we practically do this? And I'll give you some steps which really combine a few different concepts. One is the law of attraction, it's energy leadership, it's Ikigai principles, and it's a lot of the reinvention work I do with my clients. The first step is to clarify the desire, but really focus on the feeling. So you don't really need the fully formed 10-year plan. You just need to know, what do I want and why do I want it? And how do I want to feel? How do I want to feel in 2026, for example? Because the feeling is what creates the energy that creates the outcome. The second step is to identify the belief underneath. And that's done by asking yourself, what am I telling myself about this dream? If the belief is that it's too late, or I'm behind, or I'm not qualified, or no one will want me, that belief is creating your emotional state and your result. And the third step is to shift the thought by just 1 degree, for example. You don't need to leap from I'm stuck to I'm unstoppable. They just need one shift in 1 degree. You can go from I'm stuck to I'm open, I'm willing. There's a possibility. I don't really know, but I'm curious. And these shifts, these subtle shifts, create an emotional shift. And emotional shifts create energetic shifts. And the fourth step is to take action from alignment, not from fear. Because aligned action feels lighter and it feels more guided and it feels like a next step, not a huge giant leap. Action based on fear drains you, whereas aligned action really expands you. And you'll know the difference. The final step is to detach yourself from the outcome, which I explained before from my example. And this is really the hardest part for many women, well, many people, especially ambitious people, but it's also the most transformative. When we detach from the outcome, it means that you don't force the timeline, you don't grip the how, and you don't really measure your worth by how fast it happens. Instead, you trust the process and you enjoy the becoming. As Abraham Hicks says, you cannot create from a place of lack. You create from a place of alignment. You hold the dream, you feel the dream, you move towards the dream, but you don't cling to it. Because clinging is catabolic energy and trust is anabolic energy. So the message is to let your dream breathe, let it meet you, and let it unfold. And this is how you finally achieve your dreams in 2026. So, my friend, as you think about where you are and where you want to be for 2026, please hear this. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not stuck. You are becoming. And if you change your thoughts, you change your emotions, you change your energy, you change your actions, and you change your entire life. That is reinvention. That is about finding your Ikigai, and that is your next chapter. I'm really so passionate about this because I know it works. It's worked for me, and it's worked for countless women I've worked with. And if you want help applying this to your career, to your purpose, or to your life, and if you want someone to walk beside you as you uncover what's possible, I would love to support you. You can book a free consultation call with me with a link in the show notes. Let's talk about the dreams that you've been carrying and how to bring them to life, not through pressure, not through force, but through alignment and purpose and the energy that supports your becoming. So thank you for being here with me today and choosing yourself as well. And I'll see you in the next episode.